tip controlled as it was tossed up by Derek Stafford. It is controlled by Pau Gasol and the Lakers. Derek Stafford working with James Capers, Brian Forte. And here we go up in the Bay Area. Luke Walton against the much smaller Jamal Crawford, setting up a wide open Derek Fisher. Not a bad way to go. Lakers with a triple to open things up.
Well, the Lakers attacking Jamal Crawford, who starts out on Luke Walton's free throws at this point.
The Lakers had a struggle when they did win up here. In fact, a slow start. Monte Ellis, and don't put a body on him and he'll get there. And that's Anthony Randolph coming off a 10-rebound game in just 14 minutes in their last one before the All-Star break. They want Luke Walton to go up. Instead, it's going to be Pau Gasol. And Randolph all over the rim, both ends of the floor.
Well, that last offensive rebound that he had, that was something special.
Stephen Jackson has just given the Warriors their first lead of the game.
Again, I don't care what level of basketball you play.
January. And a great third after they were trailing by 5 at the break. Stephen Jackson, a little bump, creates space. And Randolph denied that time. Good position inside by Lamar Odom. Nobody stops the ball. And is blocked away by Turioff. Good pass. Luke Walton finding Lamar Odom on the slam.
Well, Luke will find you. That's the one thing, and one of the main reasons why Phil Jackson likes Luke in the starting lineup. Lamar's last basket, a little off balance, and the block by Roney, but there's Luke to clean it up, and good effort by Lamar to get up, get back into the play, and get the easy hoop. A lot of players, after falling, they'll lay there for a half an hour.
We talked about tempo. The Lakers have to play their game on the spin. Luke Walton, a beauty, and a foul. He'll go to the line, looking for the three-point play.
Well, you can see the Lakers, especially Kobe, milking that size advantage. Luke straight into the post, and Kobe trying to find it.
Clear out. Got Lamar. It was smacked by Jackson from behind. Kobe on the dive. Powell found him. Lakers by 4.
Well, good movement without the ball, because when you
lead by 4.
Another good ball movement by the Lakers. Powell with the pass, Kobe with the quick dive, and the easy hoop.
Roney Turioff coming off his first double-double as a Warrior. A nice stroke. A little follow over Pau Gasol. He had to with the length of Gasol. Roney coming off a 14-11 game right before the break. Working on Jamal Crawford, who's already got 1 foul. Kobe wanted to go back there. Now the shot clock coming down. Powell's the trailer. Luke found him. Boy, they're sharing the basketball again. Lakers last night finished with 30 assists. It's 13-9. Lakers once again by 4. Timeout for Golden State.
See, they forced Nelly's hand here. They've gone to it with so much success this early in the game that Nelly now has to talk something over, whether he...
6 on the shot clock. Jamal Crawford got it away, even with the challenge from Kobe coming out. So Jamal Crawford with 7 of the first 13 for the Warriors.
Tries to score that quick, but this is a team, the Warriors, that end of the floor, they can put some pressure on you. That's why the Lakers have to make sure they control tempo.
Kobe struck, looks pretty good for his first shot of the game. And making his second, actually, as he was on that dive and got the ball inside.
For missing any of those.
Kobe, a little bit short, but there's Luke Walton. And a second chance opportunity. A triple for Derek Fisher. Hard off the heel. And the loose ball comes out to Roney Turioff. This is the game they want. Stephen Jackson, the trail. Roney Turioff going to the line. Luke Walton couldn't hold him up.
Well, there was an example where Powell tried to get that offensive rebound, but was off balance. And
Walton sits down. Trevor Ariza checks in. The assignment is Stephen Jackson. Jackson has been the hottest Warrior, especially the month of February on the handoff. Get to the cup, and Randolph hung. It looked like he was going to miss time the jump, showing his athleticism.
Well, again, that one on Lamar, and then 3 shots on the three-point attempt. Jamal Crawford is 5 for 5 from the strike.
Good position. Powell, nothing there, but Josh Powell on the opposite side of the weak side. So after a 6-0 run, it ends right there. Josh Powell, his first basket of the game, and the Lakers trail by only 2 at 19-17.
That time Randolph was halfway between helping, and that's what freed up Josh Powell for the offensive glass.
Jackson lost the handle, but it went right to Crawford again. Boy, is he on his third three-pointer of the game. 11 now. Now a guy in this month that has been as hot as any Warrior with 28 points on average, 9 assists, 7 rebounds, Stephen Jackson. doing it early. Josh Powell inside, up against Turioff. And a good pass down to the post. One big to the next. That's 4 off the bench now for Josh Powell. The assist, Pau Gasol.
The Lakers have to tighten up on the defensive end.
Randolph under the basket throws it away as he was slipping out of bounds.
Another bad pass, though. It wasn't a good pass for a lob.
On the trail, good pass. And blocked at the top. It'll go to Gasol. He'll make sure of it. So the block on the attempt. And now Pau Gasol cleans it up. He's got 4 points and a couple of boards. Kobe took it away. Fish will find him. And just like that, on the 360, the Lakers back within 2.
Well, I said tighten it up on the defensive end and they'd be okay. So they're starting to tighten the screws a little bit, find themselves down by only a pair.
Well, you give up 25 with 4:40 to play in the first quarter. You have to do something at the defensive end. Let's see if it continues. Good switch by Ariza. It'll be Crawford. Another three-pointer.
That's something that he can do. He's had a 50-point game in this league, so he's the guy that once he gets hot, hook out. After the turnovers, Kobe poked it away from Jamal Crawford a minute ago. Gets the pass, the easy hoop. What's he do? Well, a little 360 for the crowd. That's something that, the old fella can still get up a little bit. Oh, I call him an old fella.
Yeah. Winning streak of the season. Tough pass. A late one as Jackson felt the heat from behind. Monte Ellis, the extra pass, and Maggette. It'll be Turioff. So a breakdown again for the Lakers defensively. 30-23 Golden State. That's 7 early points for Ronny Turioff.
Flat-footed for the Lakers that time. After the first miss, everybody was just standing. You got to make a move for the basketball.
And Ronny only averages 5 points a game. To have 7 already, that hurts. Ariza banking it home in a lot of congestion.
Well, Ronny Turioff was tracking him down, trying to get the block. How Trevor was able to convert that one, only Trevor knows.
Ronny is 3rd in the league in blocks, a little more than 2 per game. Turioff just inside the arc. That's 9 early for the former Laker. 32-25.
And that's what Ronny can do. He can face up, knock down the 15 to 17 footer.
So a little more than 2 to play in the opening 12. Figured to be a lot of fireworks tonight. Back door, Kobe's there. He's got the dunk. Jordan Farmar and Kobe collaborating.
Well, the overplay, if you deny, you have a little bit of eye contact with the ball handler.
Well, the handoff, not a real good one. Farmar showing it, leaving it. Pau Gasol slams her home. A lot of D in this game. 32-29.
That was a simple mishandle that time. All of a sudden, Jordan has the ball in his hands.
Sasha Vujacic has just checked in. So it started in the low box. That's why, as you mentioned. Steven Jackson finagling his way inside. 34-29. Down inside of 8 on the shot clock. Man. Farmar. Ariza's got to go. Shot clock all the way down. And Maggette got away with one. Holding the jersey of Josh Powell. It'll be Ellis. And he couldn't get it off. Wise play by Jordan Farmar.
They've made 4.
It all now.
And he comes in for Jamal Crawford, who is the game's leading scorer with 14. Hasn't missed anything in this game. 3 for 3 from the field, 5 for 5 from the stripe. And Monte Ellis stays out there, who's yet to scratch.
Get it in to Powell. Deep in the block. Gets the roll. Lakers down by 3, 35-32. So with Kobe over to the sideline, Lamar there with a couple of fouls. Not a bad idea to pour it in against the rookie. Bellinelli, another three-point shooter. That time penetration. And good finger roll. Anthony Randolph.
Well, Randolph off to a nice start. He's got 6 points and 7 rebounds.
Sore left knee. Sasha going back. Good pop. Josh Powell from Sasha Vujacic. Back to a 3-point deficit. 6 off the bench and how about 5 boards as well for Josh Powell. Monte Ellis gets the long 2.
Yeah, he's still finding his way. Missed obviously all of training camp and hasn't been back for that many games. So in midstream, he's trying to catch up to everybody else.
Powell in the spin, the quick release, and I like it. Earlier, they exploited Jamal Crawford defensively up against Luke Walton, and now it's Pau Gasol against the rookie Anthony Randolph.
Well, Randolph, Powell's doing a good job of keeping his body on him because Randolph, if you give him space, he's going to elevate and block.
Monte Ellis with the left hand. What an athlete. Still only 23 years old. Quick release. The three stays out for Sasha. And Trevor Ariza after it. Picked up by Jordan Farmar. Farmar in rhythm. Wild start. 41-38. Lakers shooting 57%, trail by 3. Teams in the NBA. McGetty with the up fake. And again, second chance opportunity because of the activity of Anthony Randolph. He's got a nice stroke. He posed pretty well after that one, didn't he? 43-38, and Randolph has 8.
8 points, 8 rebounds. So he's been the difference to start the game.
Farmar, back-to-back, no. And over the head of Josh Powell. McGetty taking to the distance. Monte Ellis found him early, leaking out. Lakers try to return the favor. And they get it to Josh Powell on the baseline. 45-40, a quick answer. Powell 4 for 4 with 8 points for the Lakers.
Yeah, but I talked about one of the views being controlled tempo. Right now, tempo is with the Warriors. The Lakers are playing at a much higher pace than they want to.
Corey McGetty from beyond the arc. He's got a half dozen. And how about the Warriors 5 of 6 on their three-point attempts? Early entry, mismatch, McGetty, and the foul is going to be Randolph's.
Have to wait until all the smoke clears and find out what really transpired as far as failing that physical.
Rebounds in the absence of Lamar Odom with 2 early fouls. So it's close at 6. Lakers got to get some stops, though. And as I say that, a clear look for Monte Ellis.
All of a sudden, Monte's picked it up. He missed his first 3 shots, but now he's made 3 in a row.
Ronny Turioff back in the game with a couple of fouls. Josh Powell saving it. Trevor Ariza. And Ronny Turioff with 2. Didn't try to block that one. Gotten healthy with Monte Ellis returning. Taking 8 of their last 12 of their home floor. 2 of the losses in overtime and triple overtime and 2 buzzer beaters. That close for them. Jackson with the shot clock down. Finding the open man, McGetty. So the Lakers stopped playing D and started ball watching the man on the perimeter. Play for Sasha. Coming off the screen. Mismatch on the opposite side, but they can't get it there. Josh Powell is being guarded by Bellinelli. Now the shot clock coming down. Ariza, the triple. Trevor's got it. Lakers only down by 5, believe it or not, 52-47.
But that's inside out, inside out.
Belonging to Josh Powell. A difference maker already. Ellis trying to create. That's Bellinelli's game, and he hasn't taken his shot. Marco Bellinelli, their first-round pick, second season from Italy. 14th, they're making 18th overall last year. His points in the paint, 30-18 Lakers. Picked by Powell, a pretty good one. Luke Walton to the free throw line. Off the bench. Kobe's got it. Deflected by Josh Powell. Lakers getting plenty of second chance opportunities. Kobe up against Steven Jackson. Fall away. Tough one. 55-49. Double figures for Kobe on 5 of 7 with the field. He's got 10.
Steven Jackson to not bite on that first little fake.
Now Luke Walton by Bellinelli. Sharing the basketball, fish free for 3. Garrett comes through. Lakers only down by 3, 55-52. So the Lakers already up 16-7 in points off turnovers, and an opportunity for more right now as Powell in the screen and roll game works with Luke Walton. Lamar popping up, and Lamar Odom making it look easy. The Lakers are only down by 1 on a 7-0 run out of the timeout. 55-44 Golden State.
Again, using Steven as their table setter.
And don't leave your feet, as you mentioned. Gets it inside. McGetty gets it home. Despite the presence of Josh Powell, he banged into him. Take away the shot blocker. 10 already for Corey McGetty. Now Kobe on the isolation play up against McGetty. Luke coming on the dive. Kobe finding Luke, and he's grabbed by Jackson. Didn't make any difference. Lakers back within 1. Luke Walton with 5 points and 4 assists in only 9 minutes of play.
Yeah, picked up those 2 early fouls and had to go to the sideline.
Now with the mismatch, Jackson trying to get the cup. Denied, forced it, stays with it. And
his own man got it.
Yeah, I think with Anthony Randolph. Lakers have numbers. Luke Walton has got Lamar on the trail. Numbers favor the Lakers. It'll be Lamar, and he's fouled by Crawford.
From behind.
Yep, he'll go to the line, trying to tie things up.
With Steven Jackson being attended to by the trainer, the athletic trainer, headache as Lamar scores on the other end. With the Lakers having a 5-on-4 advantage, they take advantage of it with a 3-point opportunity.
Lamar Odom ties it up. On the run for the Lakers. It is all even at 59 with 2.5 to play in the half. McGetty eluding Derek Fisher. And Corey McGetty off the bench. He averages 20 a game. He's got 12 already on 5 of 8 from the field, just 13 minutes. Well, now Steven Jackson, 23 free throw attempts over the last 2 games, but he's a guy. As Trevor Ariza gets a piece of it. McGetty, though, keeps it alive for Jackson. Look out. Stays out, but nobody there. How do you let Crawford on a putback? Boy, that's a serious breakdown. He didn't even like to go to the rim. 16 for Crawford. Now Kobe spins away from Jackson, doesn't get the whistle. Jackson's got the block. So Jackson's length from behind, and he's got some long arms. He knew where Watson was. Ronny Turiaf, another try for Steven Jackson. Mardi Gras in the Bay Area. It breaks out at 66-60 with a minute to play in the half. A lot of basketball left. Steven Jackson with a dozen. Earning some minutes for down-the-road purposes with the kind of performance he's putting together. He averages 3 and 2 a game in limited minutes, and because of the foul trouble early for Lamar Odom, he's got 12 and 8. 18 minutes out there for Josh Powell. So the Lakers back within 6. After flirting with the lead once again. Screen and roll. Crawford leaving it off as Davidson just came into the game. Now Fish, an opportunity for the Lakers. Got to watch out with Watson behind him. Derek at the buzzer. Off the lip of the rim. And that's the way the Lakers will go to the locker room, down by 6.
Down by 6, anybody's game, but Lakers know what they need to do. At least I think they do. They need to slow it down just a bit. Both teams at halftime. Let's see which team makes the biggest adjustment defensively.
It's a pick and roll action for Monte Ellis, and it's off Ronny Turiaf. They got what they wanted, a free throw jumper for a real jumping jack in Monte Ellis. He's got 8, averaging 13 plus since coming back from the injury. Right away they go to Pau Gasol up against Ronny Turiaf, and it's Steven Jackson, the secondary defender, and bounces. Wait a minute, I got clipped on the side of the head. Jackson free on the run out by Kobe. Tough catch by Randolph. Soft hands. First 4 belong to the Warriors in their first double-figure lead of the game.
Don't want to let them get out to the quick start this third quarter.
Lamar Odom for 3, and it was barely set when he caught it. Luke Walton with a second chance opportunity for the Lakers. So a fresh shot clock and a wide open look for Derek Fisher. He tees it up. 72-65. Fish with 9.
And, you know, when you're a bigger team, you don't want to get into a three-point shooting contest with the opposition. Let success be your guide, though.
Ronny Turiaf rattles and stays. Foul came out a little bit too late, though. 74-65. So Turiaf, averaging 7 a game, has 11 already. He hasn't missed. Up top, Lamar is waiting, and Lamar can't get the little one inside. So the Lakers get a stop. And
what a defensive play by Kobe.
Kobe, sneak attack, Jamal Crawford. That's his game.
That's one of the reasons why he's such a perfect fit for Nelly. Nelly loves guards that can create their own offense, and Crawford can do that.
Steven Jackson, another guy that can get it done off the dribble on his own, create his own. Pau Gasol, running over Ronny Turiaf, 76-69. Gasol's got 14, 4 so far here in the third. Jackson, Lamar's on that side as they funnel him to the baseline. Mid-range game, and that's what he wants.
Yeah, but he got too free that time. And then they get that jump start to get into their offense.
3.5 minutes gone by here in the third, and the Warriors have won the first 3.5 by 3 points. Randolph walked with the basketball. Man, oh man. And a good look inside as he creates 80-69, biggest lead of the game.
Said he did.
Fish spotting up in the corner, and Derek comes through in the clutch because the Lakers down by 11. Warriors on a move. Back to 8, 4 of 7. Lakers get 12 early from Fish. Crawford with the hesitation, block for the foul. Lamar Odom with the block.
Who they call him the foul on?
Foul, believe it or not.
So Jamal Crawford going through his dribbling act, and a late whistle if it was on Powell.
So in an 8-point game, it's now 9 to get to Memphis. On draft day, Chris Mihm changing places. Crawford going to Chicago in a draft day swap. Chris going to Cleveland.
You talk about only 1 year of college. I mean, that's a lot these days.
Now 5 of 11 after the miss. He's going to get his before it's all said and done. Working against Steven Jackson. The spin. Jackson lost leverage against Jackson. Monte Ellis leaves it off. Kobe Bennett was fouled on the reach. Didn't get back. Nobody else did either, though. And the Lakers in a deeper hole, down by 12, 84-72.
Second time Kobe has really felt he got fouled and had some words with the officials. Got to be careful.
Back to Luke, which they went to early over Crawford. Lamar crashing the glass. And loose ball picked up by the Warriors. Randolph wants to run. Kobe will take it away. So you talked about Randolph as a facilitator. Kobe on the mid-range game. Man, couple off the turnover. Back to 10, 84-74. Points off turnovers now, 20-13 Lakers.
You see how long that pass stayed in the air? That's what enabled Kobe to just run under it. I mean, you got to be crisp with your passes here.
Gasol finding Lamar on the dive. They wanted Powell for a walk, but the ball was knocked away. It was free momentarily. That's 10 now for LO. For the 5 starters for the Lakers in double figures.
Getting this game back under control. Right now, it's in control of the Warriors.
Mismatch. Lamar Odom's got to get down to the box against Maggette. Held up by Maggette. Kobe with the shot clock coming down, working against Steven Jackson. Jumps it in. Perfect pass. Lamar with the easy one.
What a pass.
Yeah, that is a beauty. Lamar's got a dozen on 5 of 10 from the field. Kobe.
Well, he had a little help from the clock, and Monte Ellis faked like he was coming from the middle.
They close. Crawford's going to be short, though. Lamar. Watch and see him get to double figures before it's all said and done tonight. He's got 5 boards, 12 points. Luke Walton early on the spin. It'll be Kobe beyond the arc. Time and results. 86-81 Lakers. Down by 5. Kobe's up to 16 and just warming up. Maggette, you know what he's going to try to do. Attack and get contact. Quick double. On the crossover. He got to the rim.
But you have to make Corey a playmaker. You have to make him give it up.
Kept alive, batted around, and out of bounds. It'll belong to the Warriors. They say last touch by Lamar Odom.
And it was.
Now, Lakers got to get back in transition. Warriors try to catch him napping. Crawford swinging to the hoop. Blows the easy one. How fortunate are the Lakers once again. They've got a 4-on-3. Trailer is Kobe.
That's why they teach you to use the glass.
Luke protects it. Doesn't get the finish, but Powell will take the high percentage one. And Gasol is up to 16. 88-83. Get his own. And that's been his MO since he came into the league. He's not been able to stay in the league. As Pau Gasol gets it from Luke inside. Pretty interior passing. Luke Walton with his 6th assist. And now 18 points and 8 boards for Pau Gasol.
I'm trying to figure out why that's not an and one.
Out for Kobe. Up against Steven Jackson. Baseline fall away coming. Real short. Lamar keeping it alive. Elo staying with it and going to the free throw line. The work pays off. So John Ireland talked about Lamar starting to crash the glass.
Put the ball in the hands of Powell. Let him use that experience and that size. Minute and a half to play in the third. Lakers pulled to within 2.
They were down by 6 at the half. That was 68-62. Inside of 90 seconds remaining. Pick and roll game for Monte Ellis. Boy, is he good. He's a great looking athlete. 10 points for Ellis. Just makes it look easy. Pick and roll. Kobe goes away from the pick. Going hard to the hole. And a couple of free throws coming up. Well, Steven Jackson bent. Corey Maggette gets the foul.
Well, as so often happens, when you know as a defender the screen is coming to your right, say, you start to cheat a little bit in that direction.
Makes his first appearance of the second half, and he played 19 of the first 24. Kobe comes through with a couple to the strike. Back to a 2-point game at 90-88.
And you know, everyone knows if you keep the Lakers close in the fourth quarter with number 24 on the court, anything can happen.
Mismatch, but getting size on Farmar. And a long rebound will come off to Crawford. Jamal Crawford blocked by Kobe. Kobe got the ball. Now leaking out. Kobe coming down. Trying to create on the run. A little bit short. Randolph's got the board. Jackson with a 3-on-1. McGetty, the man in the middle. And blocked by Kobe. Reaches it up top. Powell at the opposite end. It's on even. Kobe, another spectacular block.
That one was better than the first one.
And he met Randolph on the first one up top. They're buzzing. I mean, they are alive in Golden State tonight. Foul. Couple of free throws coming up, but is this an electric atmosphere in the Bay Area?
Yeah, they're buzzing all right, but Kobe, usually with the left hand, this time he blocks it with the right, and I mean, got it all. Corey thinks, I got to, oops, what happened? As he blocks the shot and sends the Lakers the other direction. Kobe's got some blood on his left thumb.
Points and 7 assists. He's been averaging 28 points and 9 assists in the month of February. So what a run for Stephen Jackson. Lamar up against Stephen Jackson. Knocked away. Lamar is with it. Josh Powell tripped up. He's going to the free throw line.
I mean, Corey's upset, but as soon as you get contact with the feet like that and the player goes to the floor, it almost forces the official to blow the whistle and call the foul. 5 out of 5 from the line, 5 out of 5 from the field.
Keeps it that way. It's even at 92. The final shot coming up for the Warriors. Stephen Jackson. He got him out of position. And McGetty floats it home. Breakdown for the Lakers on the weak side. Lamar gives it away, but they won't get it off in time. The Lakers, though, do win the third by 4. They over right away. Stephen Jackson. And taken away by Farmar. McGetty. Thought he was going to get a whistle. Didn't get it. Sasha. Good pass. It's on even. Bounce entry. It's even at 94. Gasol with 20 and 9. And Sasha, a big assist. Felt like a pinball in there. Ariza had it knocked away. Farmar for the lead. Too strong. And Jackson with a rebound. So the Lakers beyond the arc, 6 of 16. 7 of 14 for Golden State. And given away again by Stephen Jackson on the run out. Trevor Ariza's got a couple on the trail. He'll take it himself. Lakers lead for the first time in the second half, 96-94.
Yeah, a couple of turnovers here to start the fourth by Stephen Jackson.
Lakers in points off turnovers, 26-13 after this one.
And that turnover for Stephen, he just mishandles it, and he goes right to Trevor going down for the easy deuce. So the Lakers open up a 2-point lead with possession of the ball as Roney goes to the sideline.
Kobe's on the bench. Josh Powell. What duty for Josh Powell tonight? Trevor Ariza.
That's where they should go, right inside the...
on the handoff. Trevor Ariza stays with a miss by Powell. 4-point Laker lead, matching their largest. Manny second on the glass. Ellis denied by Trevor Ariza. Over the top, Jackson. Smart play. Never brought it down.
Yeah, good recognition by Corey. The mismatch was there, and Corey found it.
Skipping it over to Monte Ellis. Real short. And it'll be saved. Right to Stephen Jackson. Can't get the layup. Randolph popped it away. Sasha's got it. Wide open three. Sasha. Too long. And the rebound tap. Bellinelli directed it to Ellis. Wide open. It's Stephen Jackson. That's his game.
Yeah, but this tempo again is back to the Warrior style.
Yeah, that's what they want. Bellinelli, a line drive. Timeout Lakers. Warriors have them where they want them, which is up and down in a ragged game.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a big Band-Aid. I love these technical terms.
Now, Gasol had it popped away by Randolph. 4 points off a turnover, yes. So the Lakers, and that'll drive Steph crazy. Give up the ball out of a timeout. 101-98, careless on the entry. Got to tighten it up now. 101-98. It has been better defensively. There's no question in the second half. 7+ to play. Randolph on the spin. And the rookie gets to the rim. Boy, does he have some length. Anthony Randolph with 14. 9-0 run for the Warriors. Bellinelli picked off Kobe. Makes him pay. Back to a deuce. 103-101.
Well, Bellinelli is setting himself up for a backdoor, too, because he's trying to totally overplay Kobe. All they have to do is run their backdoor play, and they'll have an easy one.
Kobe got 21 with 6 assists. Inside of 10 of the shot clock, and McGetty gets to the rim. Now layups. Unfortunately, for the Lakers. That's where they're giving up. Stuff around the rim. Josh Powell's got a mismatch inside with Bellinelli fronting him. Kobe wanted to go there. Too much congestion. Kobe trying to go by Maggette. Wheels into the paint. And on the reverse. Can't get the spin. Couple of free throws coming up for Kobe. Kobe delivers. It's back to 105-103. Lamar switching over. Got to recover. It's Steven Jackson. And easy one. Lamar had come over to help out as Randolph slipped down on the pick and roll and couldn't get back in time.
I know, but that's when you dribble from the three-point line to the rim, there's got to be some support from the weak side to get in there and contest.
Gasol spotting up in the paint. Gasol rolls it home right next to the rim. 107-105. 22 for Gasol and 11 boards. Maggette and Crawford, a lot of potential scores. Lamar took away the sideline. Ellis leads it, and Roney's got it. Turioff on the finish. Monte Ellis on the dribble penetration.
Too many of the perimeter guys defensively didn't drop to the level because that's the only play that Monte could make.
Plenty of time for the Lakers inside of 10 of the shot clock, and I'm talking about not settling for threes. Ariza will take it, though, deep into the clock, and Trevor gets it. It is back to a one-point ball game, 109-108. Ariza with 14 off the bench.
To a situation where the first team that gets enough stops gets the win.
Monte Ellis tried to scoop it home. He created contact, didn't get a whistle. Lakers don't have a team foul. They shoot the rest of the way, though. Warriors out of fouls for the final 3:55.
That means you got to go to the rim, and you're not going to foul you on too many jump shots.
On the screen and roll. Kobe setting up Ariza back-to-back. Trevor does it. Lakers by a couple. 111-109. Timeout, Warriors.
Well, set yourself up behind the arc. Wait for Kobe to set it up for you. Trevor just sitting on the sideline. Kobe says, here I come, Trevor. The man's going to help. When he helps, you drill. Trevor says, no problem.
So you normally think when you talk about 36 off the bench, well, maybe Jordan had a big one. Jackson tries to tie it up, and out of the timeout, they got exactly what they wanted, a wide-open baseline 15-footer. But the two that have been the catalyst off the bench, Trevor Ariza, as you mentioned, do 17 and 16 big ones from Josh Powell. It is even at 111. A little more than 3 minutes remaining. Lamar up against the smaller one, Maggette flips her home. Lakers by 2, 113-111, 13 and 7 for LO, make it 15 with a bucket. 31 recently against the Lakers. Only 4 so far, make it 5 in the second half, and the Lakers still lead by 1, 113-112.
Well, as so often happens, the Lakers will not let the crowds go away early. You stay in your seat till the final horn.
Okay, teacher. It sounds like we're at school. That's the way they play, though. Good passing inside. Lamar goes to the line, looks for the three-point play. How about the pass by Gasol, the extra one?
And how about the quick shot by Lamar? I mean, recognizing that he had a smaller guy in Monte Ellis back there, just catched it and quickly goes up. And Monte with the foul puts the Lakers at the line for a possible three-point play and a 4-point lead if Lamar is successful. Which Derek did. You can get the rebound.
Huge possession. Kobe beating the big man out top. Runs out is flat. Gasol is shoved as he goes up. So loose ball foul and 2 more free throws for Pau Gasol. Team with the best record in the NBA. Win tonight 19 and 6 on the road. A lot closer with the 2 free throws by Gasol at 118-112. But can they continue to make it difficult at this end of the floor?
That's the key. They still need a couple of stops.
Ellis didn't wait for Turioff. Throws it away. Lamar Odom now is in the clear path. Lamar Odom will go to the line anyway, but if it's clear path, it's 2 and the ball out of bounds.
They're discussing it, that's for sure. Monte gets caught in the air, and Lamar gets fouled. Actually, when the foul occurred, it did seem like Corey was in front.
Yeah, even, ahead. At least even.
Yeah. They call it clear path.
Clear path. Lakers will get 2 and the ball.
Wow.
Nobody's arguing. With 2:05 to play, it'll be a couple of free throws.
Well, 2 free throws here by Lamar in possession with 2:05 to play. Then they can really start to play a little bit more of their tempo slow this game up, let that clock continue to tick away, puts a lot of pressure on the Warriors.
And you've talked about it before. Now you can manage it.
Yeah, you can manage the clock now. I mean, in the sense that you really want to make sure you run your offense and you take it down 18 to 20 seconds on the shot clock.
Big free throws coming up for LO. He's had 6 attempts tonight, and they can 5 for 7 in the night. Lakers by 7. For the second of a back-to-back. McGetty just got his 5th foul. One more for Lamar. Pressure on, he comes through. Lakers by 8. And there's the foul. He is slightly ahead of McGetty as he's grabbed.
Yeah, it's a bang-bang play, you know. And so the officials made the call, and now the Lakers have to benefit from it. They got the 2 free throws. You don't want to go too soon here.
Now, still 16 on the shot clock. Kobe has the clock right in front of him. On the screen, he's going to the top. Reversed it and didn't get a thing. He wanted contact. He didn't get the rim.
Well, he normally makes that with contact, though.
And he's got a foul from behind. It's the first of the final 2 minutes, so they're not in the bonus. But the Lakers just used the foul they had to give.
He was really broken when he thought he got contact.
And there's a little nudge you can see by McGetty. Not much. As Ellis denied. Lamar took away his path completely.
Yeah, really did.
So the Lakers now slow it down, use the clock, and walk out of the Bay Area with another win. It'll be their 44th of the season. And the chance coming out to Kobe. The follow-away over Roney. Icing on the cake. 10-point Laker lead. Timeout Warriors.
Kobe's got that jump shot there, that high arcer. It's like a teardrop from 18 feet or something.
Yeah, ask LeBron about it.
He's got big swinging their arms and coming up with nothing but air. This time, who's the big? Roney. Here it comes.
17 in 27 minutes of play. An emotional night in the Bay Area for the Lakers. Torrey McGetty. And you don't want to foul. Give the layup and then use the clock again. And get into the hands of your shooters, which is Derek Fisher and Kobe. Your best free throw shooters. As Kobe will get it across the line. The way the Warriors can score, 3 threes, Kobe does get it up to 9.
Especially if the Lakers are going to give up concession baskets, which they did on their last one.
Monte Ellis going to the line, looking for the 3-point play.
Oh, I don't understand what's going on here.
Yeah, the Lakers relax completely.
Well, they got to do it quickly before they can get in a position to, be playing good defense.
It's down to 6.
Like that.
Here comes the foul.
See, they're going to lengthen the game now.
And they're smart because of the missed free throw by Kobe for the game. So all of these free throws, with the exception of 2, have come here in the final 12 minutes of regulation. It is back to 8, 125-117.
Now you defend the 3-point line.
Kobe popped it away. It only requires one more stop, and the game is over.
Well, Jamal Crawford, I got to get to you, baby. And tap it free.
Lakers trailed by as many as 10 in the second half. Ellis gets it all over the rim, so down to 38.7. Kobe held up. Here comes the foul, and McGetty's out of the game. 36.9 to play. And this is exactly what Don Nelson wants him to do. He's got shooters in there. Crawford, Bellinelli, Ellison, Jackson. McGetty is gone, so let's see who he brings in. He's got 30 seconds, and that'll help.
The next highest voter got 3%. Now, that's something when it's coming from your peers.
We know what the GMs think.
That is total respect.
And the GMs have been pretty close to 90% on the long miss. It comes down to Ellis. And that'll do it. Just get it across the line. Don't take the foul. Lakers.
Not now, they won't.
Right. About a 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And the Lakers are now 44-10. Came back from a 10-point second half deficit.
The biggest deficit was 12.
And yes, Warriors with the Lakers' biggest lead was 10. 12 was the deficit for the Lakers, with the Warriors up by 12 in the second half. And that was in the middle of the third. And that'll do it. The Lakers sweep the back-to-back to start the post-All-Star break portion of their schedule and win it tonight up in the Bay Area by 8. 129-121. And you can't say enough about the job that Josh Powell did off the bench. 5 of 6 from the field, 6 of 6 from the free throw line, 7 boards with 16 points in 25 minutes of play in a role that we haven't seen him in because Lamar and most of the guys aren't in foul trouble that early. So 2 guys off the bench delivered. Josh Powell and the other guy who really came through in the clutch late right now is with John Ireland. John?
Thanks. I'm with Trevor Ariza. We all know who spend time with you guys, how much you've been working on your shot, particularly your three-pointer. How did it feel to hit 2 huge three-pointers when you were down by 4?
Well, I was open. That my teammates came to me, and they was going up no matter what.
Trevor, last year, would you have been comfortable taking those shots?
Last year, I probably would have tried to get to the basket, but this year I'm open. People are playing off me. I'm gonna shoot the ball.
You guys were trailing most of the game. You came back and took it in the fourth quarter. What allowed you to come back and take control of this game?
We're a tough team. We know we're never out of any game, no matter how much we're down by, and if we get stops on defense and come down and run our offense, we can pretty much do anything.
Pau Gasol had a double-double. Kobe played great on offense as he usually does, but Kobe helped you on defense tonight too, didn't he?
Definitely. He got a bunch of big blocks for us, which were momentum plays, and that got us going, and we took over from there.
Chris Mim got traded today. I know it changes the makeup of your room a little bit. How do you guys feel about that?
Chris was a great teammate, a good friend of mine, and I'm sad to see him go. But at the same time, over there he gets a chance to play, and also it's a business, so you got to understand that.
Trevor, great playing. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That's Trevor Ariza. Back to you.
All right, John, and we talked about it. The 2 3-pointers changed everything dramatically by Ariza in the middle of the fourth.
Yeah, and when you needed it, because Kobe set the table for him. They doubled Kobe. He found the open men, and they made the shots. That's what makes this team so dangerous now. Kobe knows that players around him can make shots.
19-6 on the road, the best record in the NBA is the team with the overall best mark in the league. And they come from behind in the Bay Area on the second night of a back-to-back, beating the Warriors for the 3rd time this season.